Okay, I'm gonna ignore you for a minute, Hakeem. I'm gonna tell two things to the audience. One is, I was watching two things back then. I was watching, of course, the dancers. They're fantastic. But I was watching him watching the dancers. And it's great to watch because he's absolutely with them. He's absolutely with them. And I can see the joy in his face when they deliver. It's really fantastic. Yesterday, in fact, he shouted during that piece. He couldn't stop himself. I'm going to tell you something else as well about this gentleman. He likes to be in control. In fact, he just told me the next question I'm going to ask him. And I did think about it. But before I do ask you, because it was a good question, there's a reason for it, I'm just going to tell you, I've got a lever on the side of this chair.
A lever?
Yeah, it's like, you've seen Graham Norton's show, haven't you?
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
I can make you, like, disappear, man.
I'll just stand
you know
up for the rest of
so
the interview
just
then.
behave.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was, he said, ask me about the first piece of music in the last piece you just saw. Tell me about the first piece of music in the last piece you just saw.
Did I really say that? No, I was just telling you that the first piece of music is really poignant. It's taken from a game, Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider PC, and that was the music in that time, the attack thing in 2005. That's what we used, and it just brought back memories. But I just love it. Yeah, that's what I say. And what was the other question? Sorry.
No, that was it. That was the question.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, choreographers choose their music in all sorts of unlikely places.
Yeah, they do.
Now, listen, we're going to jump into a completely different world, which is more up to date. So your foray into the commercial world with the Pet Shop Boys didn't distract you from your mission to continue working with young people.
Right.
I know that recently travel started to play a really important part in your life. Tell us about that, and I think it involves the British Council.
It does involve the British Council. So I mean, another time in my life, 2009, I was like, okay, what am I doing? Where am I going? What's happening? And another example of someone seeing you, this time not dragging, but just been watching you for a while. And this person, she was here yesterday. She came to watch the show yesterday. Nadine Patel. She was actually working here at Sadler as well. So she was one of the main reasons why I brought Live Vibe here. But within months of me bringing Live Vibe here, she left for a job at the British Council Dance and Drama Department. And one day she dropped me an email. And she said, there's this scheme going. It's called Cultural Leadership International. We're looking for new leaders who are making change in their community. The resulting kind of prize is that they'll invest money into you so you can travel for a year and invest in yourself and find out about kind of what it is that you want to do. And the thing about Nadine, she's very, very thorough, and I really respected that woman. So when she spoke, I kind of listened, because I think if it had been anyone else, it'd probably still be in my inbox. So I checked it out, and I applied. The next thing I knew, I had an interview at the British Council, and they were like, okay, so what have you been doing? Da, 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 da. The next thing I know, I was being sent to a leadership program in Jordan. It was like, okay. So I went to Jordan, met all these people from around the world doing similar things to me, and it was just like, this is amazing. So I came back and I really, really wanted to carry on doing this. So I really went for it, and I was selected. 2 people out of the UK were selected, and we were given a bursary. And I was literally 2009 to 2010. I went everywhere. I went to San Francisco, I went to North Africa. I learned some French. I did so many different things in 1 year. It wasn't about a project, it was about investment. And
tell me, what were you doing when you were in these places? I know you weren't just going for a jolly or for...
Initially, I was going just to see what was going on. For me, it's about cross-cultural conversation, methodologies, seeing what was going on. So for instance, I went to Casablanca in Morocco, went to a traditional theatre, El Badoui Theatre, and just worked with them voluntary and just did movement and stuff. Just find out how they do things, shared some of how I did things. I went to San Francisco Hip Hop Festival, just exploring. But funnily enough, at the same time, I then started getting all these opportunities to work in Kenya, Ghana, actually doing projects. And it was just like, just going places all the time. And what I found was that actually, I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing, international diplomacy, connecting communities together. Because obviously, we're sitting at a moment in history where it's very tense. And I feel there's things we can do, there's ways we can connect people through the arts is one thing. But, there's so much to say through the arts, and everyone loves to dance, everyone loves music. So it was a great time. Well, it's not a great time, I say it like it was almost in the past, but it's still continuing now. Still doing some amazing projects.
In many ways, it does seem like You said to me, you said to me in one of our conversations, you said, I'm not a political person, but I can see the logic in what, you know, you strike me as someone who always likes to build bridges, who sees connections between people and things, and you enjoy that. You enjoy making those connections, bringing people together for their benefit.
Does that mean I'm political? Is the question I throw back. Is that what it is? Is that what politics is, bringing people together? I don't know. I don't think of, okay, I don't do something and think, what is the term to describe what I'm doing? I just do. For me, that's my role. I just do. I don't say, okay, I'm going to connect you and you and go, I've connected you, da-da. It's just, for me, it's just like, I just do. And then walk away and go and do something else. That's just me.
And you spent time recently in Tunisia. Is there anything you'd like to say about that before the next piece?
Tunisia I went to Tunisia first time, well, actually I went to Tunisia on my kind of year with the British Council of 2009 to 2010, just looked around and connected with a few people. But I went to work for the first time last year. That was scary. That was scary, not because of what's happened this year. It was just scary in terms of, I went out there and I had B-boys from Libya, Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia in front of me, looking at me going, so what does this guy want from us from the UK? That's literally their body language. It's like, oh yeah, what are you doing here? And I had to convince them, not convince, because that sounds contrived. I had to show them, better term, that actually, I'm not here because of me, I'm here because of you. And when they got that, and they realized that actually, I wanted to, because they're B-boys, amazing tricks. But what we wanted to do with that project was unlock their stories in terms of the Arab Spring, in terms of what they've gone post and pre-revolution, but unlock it through movement. Once they got that, they were like, what's your Facebook?
That's a sign of having succeeded, isn't it? And you were there with other artists, aren't you? You were there with...
the first time I went on my own, just on my, but the next we went back with a team of dancers. Some of the dancers you've seen on stage came out, because we want... Because I was a little bit older than them. I'm not trying to make out I'm old or anything, but I was older than them. I thought that it would be really important, because their average age was about 21. I thought it would be really important for them to have 21-year-olds kind of in the midst of them as well. So they can just, again, cross-cultural conversation. Okay, this is what we do as 21-year-olds. What do you do? Okay. I thought that was a real powerful thing. So I took a team and I took a specialist in b-boying as well, because I'm not a specialist in b-boying. So it was a team of us out there, and they're doing amazing things. Yeah.